Hello. Let's try this again. We did our whole intro. We're like, wait a minute, did you click the live button? I'm like, no, I did not. So we practiced our intro.
I'm so
Hey,
sorry.
everybody. It is Dana and Amy from the Runny Drink podcast
At runnydrink.net.
And welcome to our weekly beer chat.
Oh my God.
We are a day early.
Yeah.
That is different. We actually didn't even talk about this on the Instagram chat a little bit ago.
We did.
And I'll make mention of it if we'll give it a couple of minutes and wait for a few more people to jump in the chat. But guys,
Yes, and do say hello.
please do jump in, say hi, and tell us who you are, what you're drinking, where you're from. We'd love to shout you out here. And Mouse Ears and Magic,
Wow.
our friends over at one of our favorite podcasts. Yes,
James G. Williams.
we are acknowledging the cultural significance of the day for
That's it.
20 with some holiday appropriate beer selections. And Rhonda Lee's jumping in. So
Rhonda,
this is now an international affair.
patron of the
And-
show, as is James J. Williams. And James J. Williams. God, I'm screaming into the mic and I really shouldn't be. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
James J. Williams. We mentioned you all in the podcast this week. When you listen, tell us your thoughts.
And Dan Rams is in from the Cape Coral Running Group, and
Here.
the videographer extraordinaire who caught us coming across the finish line at the downtown
Yay.
dash in Fort Myers, a little race that we're going to be covering on the show.
Next week? Week after. Yes, week after. Sorry.
Yeah, week after.
I had to think about our schedule.
Yeah, we've got next week planned out already.
So Dan Rams was kind enough to actually wait at the finish line, and he was cool. I totally screwed it up, and we can talk about that in the show.
Well, anymore, it's hard to figure out. Do you shake hands, fist bump elbows, just wave at each other? You don't know what to do anymore.
I did know what to do. I'm sorry.
There was a time where it was very easy. Now it's not so much. So
sorry,
Yep,
Dan.
we have-
Thank you for your support, though.
yeah, we appreciate it, especially coming from like one of the members of the fastest family in Cape Coral.
I know, right? My goodness. They just carried over their speed to Fort Myers.
Oh boy, here we go. Let's see
What did he say?
Oh no! Now I'm scared. It throws me off when you all use the intro thing. I double check the phone.
Like, what do you mean? What does he mean?
I think he's talking about us accidentally going through our intro and then realizing we weren't actually live.
Well,
Yeah,
I
that
was looking
happens.
I was looking at my phone and I was like, why? What is wrong? Why?
Yeah, so that's what he's talking about. He uses a phone.
I'm
So
such
yeah,
a dork.
of all of the days to make that mistake, of course, today is a perfect day for that. It being 420, the biggest unofficial holiday in the United States. Not not an official holiday really anywhere, but you can't escape it in pop culture. And we would be remiss if we didn't acknowledge it. And we figured that we would do so tonight with a selection of a couple of 420 appropriate beers. So that said, we're going to start out, I think, this chat. We started out last time with the weaker of the two, and we finished with the stronger one. I think we're going to reverse that order.
Okay.
And we're going to start out with a rather strong offering from 6 Point Brewery out of Brooklyn, New York.
And I just don't. Can you all tell us what you're drinking so that we could enjoy vicariously what you're drinking? We also have several shout outs to do.
We do. We're going to be shouting out. We have some celebrating to do for members of the Runcation Nation. We are so proud of we're so proud of all of you, number one.
Yeah.
Number two, we appreciate all of you more than you'll ever know.
Yeah.
And three, we really just want to brag on you a little bit. So we're going to do that. But we are going to be doing that while we are having beer that we normally wouldn't. These aren't beer styles that we typically favor.
No.
And we're going to say it up front in case we weren't clear enough in the Instagram chat. Comments that we might make here about these beers do not reflect our our overall opinion of the brewery or other offerings
Right.
from these brewers. We
Right.
like their stuff.
Yep.
We admittedly chose these beers because of the tie-in to the quote unquote holiday. Okay. Not so much because this is going to be a beer that we would typically order or recommend. So please take that with a grain of salt. And I will tell you that if you are a fan of West Coast IPAs, the style of beer that really celebrates the bitterness and the pininess and the resinousness of hops,
Yes.
then both of these beers are probably going to be for you.
Oh my gosh.
By that very nature, right there, that's enough for it not to be really for us.
Katie.
Katie's back.
Welcome back, Katie Blomberg. Did I get it right?
Blomberg, and newest patron.
Yes. And we are so excited. That is, dare we say, our first shout out. And we also did that on the show this week because we.
Oh yeah, Katie, you're shouted out on the show.
Oh yeah. And you're on the wall in lights on our website. We can't thank you enough. We got a chance to chat with Katie yesterday over the phone.
We did.
And we were so excited. We can't wait to meet up with her at Disney.
I can't wait. That's going to be a blast.
Yes. And I believe that Jessica is watching also.
Aw.
And
excellent.
I just want her to know that our hearts are full of love and compassion, and we are hugging you virtually tonight.
Yeah, Jessica lost a fur baby today, so
and we know how hard that is. So that's why I'm wearing the shirt that I'm wearing tonight. So we love you, and we're thinking of you, and we know how tough that is. So
absolutely.
Just want to say we love you, girl.
So
now
read this beer to everybody. Let them know
let's have a bit of a laugh here
experiencing.
Because apparently my facial expressions are a whole thing.
They're almost memeable, but yeah, I mean they were loving you in the Instagram chat.
Hey, Ryan Runs Disney, congratulations, and we shout you out for completing Star Wars virtual races too.
Yeah.
This is the resin from 6 Point. We remember, and this, just so I'm not breaking like copyright or whatever. This is from 6 Point's website at 6 Point.
Copy that link. Let me see if I can throw it up here in the.
Okay. There you go. I did it.
Okay.
See if you can do it. And Katie, we appreciate your support so much. We can't thank you enough. 6 Point resin. We remember our first sip of hoppy beer. Do you? Did the camera angle just change? I think the lighting just changed a little bit.
Lighting changed because we have a lot of white on the screen here.
Yeah.
That's okay.
So at any rate, do you remember? We remember our first sip of a hobby beer. Do you? Nearly spit that out. Now we fantasize about this stuff. Thinking about those hop cones bursting with juice, ripe as hell. Makes you look forward to that first resin all day long and can't wait. Resin slaps you in the face. Yes. With serious, unfiltered dankness. Sure, it stinks, but it feels so good at the same time. It's hop candy up front, but drinks super clean for the size of the beer. And then it goes into key ingredients and things like that. It's a massively hoppy and complex bouquet. And it's 9.1% ABV, 103 international bitterness units.
Wow.
103. And if I didn't say it on the previous chat, let me just tell you that this is like the most bitter beer, or the highest on the bitterness units scale that we've ever had on the show. I mean, on a live at the very least.
It is.
Are you ready for the facial expressions. Are you ready for that?
I think you might
Are
be.
you ready?
I think
I
you might
don't
be.
know.
I'm trying my best
What are
to
you doing?
I'm trying to share the screen
Oh,
and
okay.
share the website here, but I'm not good at this. So there we go. And
You're
there
going
we
to do it.
go.
I know you're going to do it. You're going to have success. Do you want me to wait?
Well, you can
No
wait.
on the bitter.
It's just not letting me do it right now, so
It's okay.
I'm not going to worry
So
about that
what
at the
happens
moment.
when you hit share?
It exactly everything I just did
Oh,
happens when I
okay.
hit
Oh,
share.
because I couldn't read
Yeah,
from
it
here.
doesn't let me share.
Okay.
Oh, that's why. That's why.
Oh,
Okay, we're not using the right web browser. That's why.
it's okay.
That's okay.
We're going to be fine. You don't need to
Next
see it
time.
because I just read it.
So, okay.
Okay.
So there we have it.
I just read it. You're ready for the facial expressions?
Let's do this. Okay. Cheers.
Cheers to all of you.
And cheers to you guys.
And we'll toast you with better beverages later.
This smells like pine tree.
And when I say that, it's not because I don't love this brewery. It's just because I don't love the style of beer. Thank you very much.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Oh wow.
okay.
That's something. Well, this reaffirms my belief that ales and stouts and styles other than West Coast IPAs are superior. And that may be controversial and somebody may want to
Citrus.
fight me out there, but
I am a fan of citrusy IPAs.
yeah,
Citrusy IPAs.
there's something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's not this. Nancy, here, we got to do a shout out. Nancy Bagliani. Nancy Bagliani. Nancy Bagliani. You hear me pronouncing your name correctly. And I raise a glass right here to you because it is your birthday. We are so jealous of you eating at Le Cellier last night. Yum, yum, yum. Here we raise a glass to you, our patron, Nancy Bagliani. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, lady. And tell us where you guys are partying it up tonight on the Disney property.
Yeah, we want to know.
Because we are sitting here kind of doing a little bit of an acknowledgement of the unofficial holiday that is 420 with beers that are kind of related to that. And I'm seeing some funny comments regarding did the beer get any better? It did not. It did not, Rhonda.
Oh, no, no, no.
Yes. Happy birthday. Nancy is 21 again
21.
and celebrating it up at on the Disney property somewhere, maybe, or in the Disney area.
Oh, yeah. Salud. And,
Oh, dinner at Haleo.
No pot.
No
That's
pot.
good. Yeah, not for us either. but,
Yeah.
but Haleo, tell us more.
Ooh.
Tell us so much more. Really. And I just want to say that what are there, like 9 people here? And I can't
So far.
And I was listening to our interview from the show today. And there are so many little pearls of wisdom for life in her interview. And I'm so incredibly happy.
I'm sorry, what interview would that be?
And honored that we got to interview Catherine Switzer. And we have part 1 of the interview in the feed. And for those of you who don't know who she is, who may not be into running and women's running and obsessed with it the way that I am, she is the first woman to run the Boston Marathon legitimately with a bib in 1967. And this year, yesterday would have been was the 54th anniversary of the Boston Marathon, even though they're running it in October. And she was so amazing to us and so giving with her time. We have a part 1 this week and a part 2 next week. She talked about kind of her journey in that marathon and what and how she found her purpose in that race, in that journey to that race, in that race. And I Jessica, you met her, and there are a couple of different people who have messaged us and said, "What an inspiring interview! Can't believe you got her." We can't believe we crossed the international date line and actually interviewed her 18 hours in the future.
We did. Like the interview involved a couple of microphones and a Mr. Fusion and a flux capacitor, but we time traveled and we got the interview done.
Yeah, it was so
And
amazing.
we called the Shire.
I know it gave me the same feeling as interviewing Bart Yasso, because there are many heroes
Oh,
that I have,
she's running royalty. I mean, come on.
and they are, and to be on our show is such an honor, and to have such motivation from her come at a time when we really, well, when I really need it, really need it. I just, that is worth us celebrating tonight.
Absolutely.
In addition
Absolutely.
to so many of our Runcation Nation achieving such great goals.
Yes, and you put it out and asked people to tell us what they achieved.
Mhm.
I'm going to celebrate the fact that Nancy achieved a salt air margarita and steak and chorizo. So yeah,
This is not the first time that she has talked about
the salt air
the
margarita.
salt, and I think that her husband John has talked about this.
Yes, he has.
And steak and chorizo, sign me up. Come on. I let's just I am just so ready
Wow.
for a runcation. I'm so ready for a runcation and some great food to go along with it. I don't care if we're in Key West. I don't care if we're in Disney. I don't care if we're in Jacksonville. I really love to be live in Jacksonville with a Runcation Nation meetup. But
And John saw her on her documentary on Netflix.
I need to watch her documentary on Netflix, because I watched her on the Boston Marathon documentary. I watched her on some HBO documentaries, but I don't think I watched the Netflix documentary. Maybe
Wow.
not.
Add it to the queue.
Yeah, because I'm ready. And I just think the lessons from her book, Marathon Woman, could be applied to life for so many of us. And I don't care if you're a man or a woman.
Well, and I was going to say, I mean, there's guys tend to have a predisposition, you know, okay, it's a woman, blah, blah, blah. Listen, she's an amazing athlete, period, end of sentence right
Yeah.
there. Forget the gender thing. That is no bearing whatsoever. Her book's great.
And you know
We've
what?
listened to it on drives to races. She's
Yeah.
a badass.
And you know what
in
I
her
love
own right.
about it? She's a badass because she started out, she ran the distance, and then she came back and she said, you know, I can get better at this. I can have better times. I can be better. But she started out kind of like a back of the pack or a mid pack runner, and she trained hard and focused on a goal, and that is just so much learning you can carry into life.
Oh yeah.
So
100%.
I'm just saying, I love it. And I think I just, I can't.
We hope that you guys love it. Check out this week's episode.
Yeah.
Part 1 is up. Part 2 is next week.
Yeah. And I love it.
And the food and drink that we found for this week's episode, the place was recommended to us by our friends over at Just Take a Dip. And we talked to them recently on the show. Their recommendation, it doesn't take a lot to get us to go, oh, Tiki Bar? Yeah, we'll give that a shot. I mean, fine.
Just keep talking.
Amy's leaving. Okay, so I'm apparently I'm being left to my own devices here. So God help us all.
New glasses.
What, you think that's going to make it taste better? Yeah, okay. We are admittedly not West Coast IPA fans. So yeah. And Josh, thank you very much for acknowledging my movie references and getting them. And yes, it did require 1.21 gigawatts again because of the support of you guys. I was able to channel that kind of power into our broadcast studio. I just haven't had a chance to get a DeLorean just yet, but I'm right there with you, man.
He said, does resin go with chorizo?
Nothing. No, resin doesn't go with anything, and but thankfully, chorizo has enough flavor to drown out the resinous overtones of the beer. But again, please do not take that as a critique on the brewery. We are just not fans of West Coast IPAs. That's the main takeaway here is that our friend Greg Gebhard at Nice Guys Pizza, and I mentioned this on the last on the last chat because I said there are a lot of places doing special 420 food items.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to read this because I think it bears reading for
You
everybody.
can't really share it, can you?
I can't really share it because I my technical know-how. Well,
Jen, welcome.
because we're using the wrong browser, and part of that we're probably okay to switch back to the other browser in the future. We were so cutting edge when you guys supported us and we got our new studio up and running. We actually got a brand new Mac Mini with the M1 chip in it, and some things hadn't quite been written for it yet. So it was trying to do some things in emulation. And when we were having video difficulties, when I was actually guesting on Mouse Ears and Magic for Self-Respecting Men of Disney, I'm
Yes.
pretty confident that was a software issue on my end. So I'm going to apologize for that, James. I own that one.
Yeah, I hope you're still in the chat here to hear that.
But I want to share this one. Our friends at Nice Guys Pizza says, just a normal Tuesday here at Nice Guys. Check out this special we got going for you. Blaze Nachos is the name of the dish. And this is a bed of Doritos, peanut butter sauce, soy honey, chorizo, and jalapeno. Yeah. It looks amazing. It sounds very weird. I
want to try it.
I would try it. Even though, I've not partaken of
But I don't think we're going to get there.
Of the devil's lettuce, but that's fine.
I can't believe this is the first night I've ever heard you say
Have you never heard me watch Letterkenny?
We have watched Letterkenny. Where in Letterkenny do they call it the devil's lettuce?
All over that show.
I don't ever remember hearing that. I guess we have to rewatch.
We got to rewatch it again. We just finished our
tragedy.
We just finished a rewatch of Schitt's Creek.
What a tragedy.
Oops, I didn't mean to whack into the microphone there.
Oh, are you doing a beer that I should be reading a description for?
So yeah, we're going to move on to the second beer. And
which is new.
This is a variant.
We didn't do it.
A beer that we did last time.
And then we have many shout outs to do.
Yes, and Amy's going to get to the shouting out.
Yes.
This is the 420 strain Mango Kush Wheat Ale from our friends at Sweetwater Brewing, who we love very much, even though we may not love this particular beer. So read the descriptor, please.
Namaste. Sorry.
We're trying to broaden our horizons.
We are. So here we go. The 420 strain Mango Kush. Sorry, pronunciation is my weakness. A second sticky hit from the 420 strain, an American wheat packed with herbal, juicy mango notes and a distinctive dank nose. Strain-specific terpenes.
Yes, it's basically...
I pronounced it right. Terpenes
being like esters from turpentine.
All right, that sounds amazing. And natural hemp type flavors complement this hop and malt bill, delivering a euphoric ale with that fresh olfactory bonus rip. 5% ABV, 30 IBU, Pilsen malt bill. I am excited.
Now, I also want to share real quick this particular glass that Amy's going to be drinking her beer out of came from one of my favorites in Atlanta.
I
If you
brought it for a
ever
reason.
get the chance to go to the Vortex Bar and Grill in Atlanta, they have a couple of locations. Go to the one in Little Five Points. It
We
is
have
the
several
original. It
pictures from
is
there.
amazing. They make the most. There's no other way to describe it than basically they serve food porn.
And they have statues of inappropriate things that we might have had pictures with.
Yeah, we're not going to share those on social
No,
media
because
either.
we're going to keep it PG.
But the food is
Anyway.
absolutely incredible, and they actually have burgers that are so big you have to call ahead and order them. Are we still going? Still going to what?
Yes.
What did I miss?
Jen, she got back from her. Listen,
We're still
okay.
going. Oh, are we still going? Yes, we're still going.
So,
We're broadcasting. We are
Here's
glad
a
you
shout
made it.
out. We shouted out Katie for becoming our newest patron, Rockstar. We also have to shout out Jen Ann here, who is more widely known on Instagram as Running Through Wonderland, part of the Disney Dashers raising funds for the cast member pantry.
Absolutely.
This month.
Super cool.
Yes. The virtual races to raise money for that. We donated to that. And I just have to say, she just got home or she is tuning in somehow.
If you're still in, say hi again, Jen. Say hi again.
Yeah. So she said she wasn't going to leave. Jen, Running Through Wonderland, Jen Richley. She got tenure.
Boom.
As an educator, I was an educator for over a decade in the public schools here, middle and high school English, and then administration. And I can tell you that it is an exceedingly challenging job. And
to say the least,
it's amazing. And I, from the bottom of my heart and from the bottom of our hearts, we say a heartfelt congratulations and applause, and we appreciate everything you do for the next generation. So, and I know
absolutely, we
that
love
Josh,
our teachers,
and I know that Josh would agree, even though you argue together about pizza, you would still applaud the outstanding work in the education field. So, cheers to you.
Now, this one here, a little bit cloudy, light yellow in color, high carbonation from what I'm seeing. Now, this actually absolutely smells like weed. Absolutely smells like weed. Ugh. Oh, man. Love you guys. Not loving this beer. Okay.
So Stephanie Swann earlier in the Instagram chat, she was like, "Oh, Amy, you posted like a local beer that was like a marshmallow beer."
We did.
And that is amazing.
Did you have it?
I did.
Oh, we have a growler of it in the fridge. I haven't had it yet. I am very excited to try that Marshmallow Honey Ale. I think it's Marshmallow Honey Ale from Coastal Days Brewing. We've talked about them. They're a local small craft brewery here in Fort Myers.
Yeah, it was fantastic, and you will love it. And we love Sweetwater for different beer.
Yeah, love Sweetwater. They do an amazing job. I mean, look, this one achieved what it was going for.
Of course, so applause.
We want to create a beer that really evokes like the smell and aroma of unburnt cannabis. Well, mission accomplished. You absolutely did that. And for 420, it is a perfectly appropriate beer.
What am I seeing in this chat?
Hold on, there's stuff happening here. We're catching up. Don't skip ahead.
Okay. I'm kind of afraid right now.
When is the new level going live? Josh, we are still working on that. We are working on, we have fan founder and insider levels for our patrons.
Mm-hmm.
And we wanted to have stuff that was, easy to get into, not going to break the bank, not overtax two podcasters who both have full-time jobs
But also,
and
yes, like
provide you but provide you great
value.
value for your money. We want you to feel like you're getting what you want.
Yes.
We are trying to create some new levels. It's not just
Hmm.
one level. We're trying to create three and have those levels have some additional stuff that's really super special,
Yeah,
um, and be
we do.
something that not only is super special, but something that we can sustain. And we don't want it to be like, you jump in for a couple of months and go, this isn't worth it, and bail out. We want to do something that's going to bring us closer to you, that's going to strengthen the community around the Runcation Nation,
Yep.
and we're working on it.
Yep.
So we're putting a lot of thought into it, but
So as far
we love the
as
fact that someone's excited about it. So thank you very, very,
yeah,
very much.
we can't wait to bring it to you. We just want to do it right.
Yeah, that's the one thing we took a lot of time actually launching the initial Patreon at all, and
Like 4 years. Almost 4 years.
well, no, but like
Almost 4 years.
we didn't actually launch it until one of our patrons kind of kicked us in the butt to like do it. And
Well,
then
one of our patrons,
James
just,
till James Gray
yes.
jumped in and said, "Hey,
Oh my gosh.
here's
Yes.
some money, do
Yeah.
something."
Yeah. What? So we've said happy birthday to Nancy. We've said congratulations to Jen.
Can I?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say
Do it.
there's a double whammy here with this beer. I typically, like, if you handed me a raw mango, I am not a fan of mango.
I know.
I do not like mango as a fruit.
I know.
I don't know why anybody would eat that fruit raw. I like it. I like mango flavored things. I love mango habanero sauces, like hot sauces. Christina's jumping in and saying congratulations too from a fellow teacher. That's awesome.
Metal Chasers, check out their discount too on the virtual races.
We still have that virtual. And by the way, Christina, we just got our package today. We ordered our races, so we've
excited.
got that. We'll probably do an unboxing or something.
I'm feeling like it's going to be the year of the 5K for me. Mark Valentine is here. Welcome,
Mark. Yeah. Okay. James is making fun of the faces. Look, we are not West Coast IPA fans. And again, please don't take our reaction to this beer as a negative reflection on these breweries. They're not. We love these breweries.
Yeah.
No, listen, Jessica, it's not that the mango's not good. It's that I don't like really, really hoppy beers. I do not like West Coast IPAs. I don't.
We're juicy, citrusy types.
And James, you are a lying liar. I did not say that. He's like,
really?
Dana told me we'd do a perfect sip tonight.
We don't have any more.
We actually don't have any more.
We don't have any more of this to do it.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So,
no.
And if he would let me, I would haul out the marshmallow beer for all you people who are commenting in the Runcation Nation here tonight.
There are no actual marshmallows.
I know, but
I mean, that photo that the brewery posted had tons of marshmallows in and around the beer. It was glorious. But yeah, that beer. So you sipped it today when you went to go pick up a growler.
It was so good. It was not a dessert beer by any means, but there was like a subtle sweetness that lingered on the end.
I'll take that.
And I can't wait for you to get it. I also had a sneak peek. Of tomorrow's anniversary, because it's their Coastal Days is celebrating their 3rd anniversary.
I think that we're going there this weekend. That's
yes.
probably going to happen because one of our favorite food trucks is going to be there, and we haven't had them on the show. I want to say in 2 years. Almost.
I don't think either one that's going to be.
It's been over a year because we didn't do their Oktoberfest last year.
No, we have a couple of different. We have 2 different food trucks that are going to be there that we really need to talk about if anybody's going to take a vacation here.
Yeah, Rhonda, wait, marshmallow beer. I need this in my life.
I told you.
Probably do.
It's so good. I can't wait for you to try it. Oh, all their specialty releases. Yes. Yes, and yes. So I'm just saying, I'm focused on the delicious, tasty beverages. Mm.
The
Unicorns are on layaway. What does that mean, Jen? The
They go-
unicorns are on layaway. And by the way,
I think we missed something.
I don't know,
Now she wants marshmallows.
but while we're talking about achievements, do you know that Dawn B Disney on Instagram, Dawn,
I know not.
she had a PR in the half marathon distance this weekend.
That is so awesome.
She did.
She shaved off how many minutes?
3.
3 minutes.
3.
And I know people are like, "Oh, it's only 3 minutes." Let me tell you something. Shaving off 3 minutes
It's
from
so
that
hard.
distance, that's amazing over time.
Yes. So I don't know if Dawn is here, but if you are here, applause, applause, applause to you. Yay, yay, yay. And I mean, yeah. That and that's not all. And I know that we shouted these people out on Instagram before,
Yeah, but we're not on Instagram anymore.
but we're not on
over here.
Instagram. And I feel like we need to
Oh,
share the love. I just heard you say gasp or
oh, no, gasp! Katie can't have mango. She's allergic to mango. I'm catching up to the chat here. At least
Okay.
I'm trying to.
Okay. So,
But no, we're all about shouting out and celebrating everybody's
Yes.
victories. This is amazing stuff.
mhm.
And you've got some more shout outs to do. You got
Well,
some submissions.
Yes, Cheryl Shenanigans did an Cheryl at Cheryl Shenanigans on Instagram. She did an 8-hour race over the weekend. Applause to her. Yeah.
I mentioned this on the Instagram. We did our longest training run was like 25 miles. Yeah, 25 miles. It's like 7 hours to do it. I thought I was gonna die. I mean, I just got it was like getting your butt kicked. It was
I think I was bleeding in my shoes.
brutal. But you still did.
It's necessary though.
Oh, it was. If you're training for that
if you're
distance.
training for a marathon, you got to run it.
Okay, Amy's like, I was bleeding in my shoes. Listen, I was running next to her at Jeff Galloway's race in Atlanta. We're trotting along at mile 9. And
Okay.
she's like, I just think
Okay.
I just lost a toenail.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh my God, do you want to stop? And she's like, no, I'm good. Powers through. She's like an airborne ranger, just, on a march, like didn't even bat an eyelid. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, are you kidding me?
This is why I'm married to this man. This is why I'm married to this man.
Yeah, she's a beast.
I also think we need to shout out Positively Polly One on Instagram, who is Joanne.
Yes.
JoJo. She ran for Bun Cake in Georgia this past weekend.
I love that.
And it's awesome.
And this is coming from a guy that every year we run the Jeff Galloway. I pop into the well, I can't do it until they rebuild it now, because I would pop into the oldest Krispy Kreme in Atlanta, which was right on Ponce de Leon Avenue. I'd go in, I literally live streamed it last year and grab a couple of donuts. And last year I grabbed like a dozen donuts to run with. And yeah, I mean, it's the idea that the race is themed around the little bunt cake thing. I love that. Oh, Josh, we love Hot Ones. And oh
my God.
First
yes.
We Feast has a great part of their network. One of the things that they do, one of our favorite YouTubers that they have is the Burger Scholar.
I love George Motes.
Oh
my God. George Motes, if you're watching, come on the show and make a burger for us.
Yeah, we would love to get him on the show.
My goodness.
And Katie, the marshmallow beer, I mean, it was gorgeous looking. I can't wait to crack it and actually try it. And Josh says that they sell a sampler and they've got a pineapple habanero sauce with a 6 out of 10 heat rating.
Pineapple habanero.
Pineapple habanero would work. I could do that. I will
go
love
get
that.
Wendell. Jen, go get Wendell. We need the unicorns.
Yeah. Jen has like the magic Wendell call. Like
I know.
She shows up and then here comes Wendell.
Yes.
But yeah, Mark, I can't wait to talk Disney dining. I'm super excited.
Oh, we're excited.
That's
I cannot tell you.
Blast.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. we have other shout outs. I don't know if
Keep
you
going. Keep going.
okay.
I'm getting through the chat. You get through shout outs.
Okay. Stephanie Swann, who is a longtime follower, a close friend, and an amazing person. She sold her car today and she also got a job today.
That's
She
awesome.
has recently relocated. She's moved away from Florida and into the Carolinas. I can't wait to go visit her
Oh, I know.
in that area and do a race and run and eat drink there. She is an amazing person. She has always supported me in everything I do and she supported everybody when we were working together. I can't thank her enough for all of her love and support.
She's awesome.
And she sold her car and she has a job and that is worth celebrating and toasting. So
Absolutely. You know, if you can get out from under a payment and like she said, she goes, I don't have any car payment anymore. I don't have any insurance anymore. That's awesome. Good for you. Ethan is in the chat.
yay! We're
Welcome
so happy
in,
you're
man.
here.
Hopefully you're still here. I'm a little bit behind. I'm catching up.
Yes, we're so happy you're here. We also have a shout out for Jennifer Fink and Maria Miller. She Maria Miller is going to run her first live half marathon race this weekend.
Ooh. I mean,
I don't know if I called it a marathon this
I think you said half.
Did I say half?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, regardless, I am so excited for her because I can remember our first live half.
Oh, I can't.
And it's there's no other feeling like achieving your first at a race distance.
True.
At a given race distance.
But that is the one and only time that I ever got my butt kicked by the distance.
I know. And we weren't really following the Galloway method at the time.
No, and that's actually the reason why.
Yeah.
We did the race. We come back to the hotel, and I always wondered, like, I never understood why you would see runners standing around with the Mylar blankets on, even when it's hot outside. I'm like, what are you doing? What is going on? And then
so bad.
We get back to the hotel, and I end up getting a case of chills, and I thought I was going to die. It was awful.
I know.
Awful.
Because I was right there with you, except for that I just wanted something to eat. So it was, and we started out that race apart. Like you went ahead, like I'm going to go tackle this. And then you waited. I thought it was so sweet that you waited before we even started the podcast. You waited for me at mile 3. You're like, I just don't want to do it without you.
No, I mean, honestly, I'm not doing this for myself. I do this with you, and I do this for the fun and the experience of it. And I was like, you know what? If I were running it by myself, like if Amy wasn't on the course, I might go for PR.
Sure.
Or if we set out to do a PR.
Like at Fort Lauderdale last
year. Like at the A1A, exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, just like a Disney race, I'm like, this is BS. I'm not going to try to do this. And they're commenting on the fact that you lost your toenail, and Josh is whipping out the Monty Python. 'Tis but a flesh wound.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Hey, Jennifer Fink is running a race this weekend, and I can't remember the name of it. I'm so bad at that. But you go get him, girl. And amazing support for the community, and she's wonderful and so positive. And Jennifer Fink, you just go get them in your race this weekend. So
absolutely.
And we talked about Dobby Disney, we talked about Nancy's birthday, we talked about Cheryl's 8-hour race, we talked about Katie being a new patron. What am I missing?
Oh, well, I mean, we celebrate the fact that we, of course, got that interview of a lifetime. I mean, there is that.
Oh, Catherine Switzer.
I mean, come on.
Oh.
Come on.
Oh.
Like I said, if you guys haven't had a chance to listen to this week's episode, please go check it out. I think you're going to love it. She's great.
She's amazing.
And if you're not familiar with who she is, Google her. I mean, seriously. Google her, or just plug her into your favorite streaming service of choice. There's probably a running movie that has her, documentary that has her in it.
Well, Netflix has one, is what
Well, I know
John
John
Schroeder
Schroeder
said.
said,
Yeah, that we need to
but I'm
watch.
pretty sure Amazon does too.
Well, and she's also in various documentaries about historic races. So I just like the Boston Marathon documentary after the Boston Marathon bombing.
Mm-hmm.
She's in that. She's in a lot of HBO running documentaries and
That's true.
Olympic documentaries because she was instrumental in getting Joan Benoit Samuelson to.
It was also kind of a big deal.
She is such a big deal. If I could
Amy
ever,
stalked her.
I did. No, I mean, I
Not
said,
really.
I said, I know who
Do you know who you are?
I said, I know who you are. I said, I know who you are.
Don't mind me.
I know who you are. She's the first gold medalist in the marathon distance for women at the Olympics in Los Angeles in 1984. And I would love to chat with her on the show. That's all I'm saying.
Jen says the Wendell signal is broken. I'm picturing like a big light.
Yeah, like a coffee light.
Or a coffee cup or a big
Coffee
W
cup.
in the sky.
W something. We need her.
And I'm loving the Monty Python quotes.
What did he say?
Josh and Mark are dropping the Monty Python knowledge in the chat here.
Oh.
You guys are too funny.
It's so funny.
Too funny.
What is Ethan says he's still here.
Love it.
I love it.
We're talking about the speed of a laden swallow. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Josh is jumping out. Fine,
Okay.
fine.
He's got to go.
All right, Josh, you have a good night, my friend. Thank you. Oh yeah, no, Amy is the one that makes the ruckus. I'm the straight man to this in this pair.
What do you mean?
I'm the Laurel to your Hardy.
I'm making a ruckus?
What can you describe the ruckus?
That's an 80s reference.
Let's see if anybody catches that
That's
reference.
An 80s reference. Where's it from?
Yeah.
Drop it in the chat.
Drop it in the chat if you know.
Yeah. Let's go.
The Wendell Mobile.
Yeah. Does anybody know about that? We need to have Wendell. We love him. Well, we hope he's doing well.
Disney Cult is my homeboy. I love it.
Well, I love Disney. I love Key West. I love Jacksonville.
Oh, Mark. Okay, Mark got it. Mark was the first one to drop it in. Breakfast Club.
Yes.
It's the reference. Not everybody would get that, man.
Yay.
Oh, yeah, no. It's me tonight. Absolutely.
You mess with the bull, you get the horns. I love John Hughes movies so much.
I think everybody loves John Hughes movies.
Well, I mean, where's the confetti? Jen, if we had confetti, we're still cleaning up confetti from the last.
I'm looking over on the side. There's literally a piece of confetti on the floor next to me still. And I am so thankful that neither one of us knew how to properly execute that confetti blast.
I did not.
Because we really basically just like spewed it onto the table, although sticking a bunch of electrically conductive Mylar onto our mixing board was probably not a great idea.
Well, it survived. It's doing well. The Rodecaster Pro is okay.
But
James Shea Williams.
I will never do confetti in the house again.
Oh my God.
It seemed like a good idea at the time. We were trying.
Yeah.
We were trying.
I mean, I think we'll get better at virtual. Well, hopefully we can do the Donna in person with our Runcation Nation.
If the Donna happens in person this year, we're doing it. It's happening. It's going to be a thing. Disney Cult, it appears I have been paged.
What?
Apparently the Disney Cult light has been shown in the sky.
What's happening? I don't know what's happening in the chat. I'm terrible at the chat here.
Okay, Mark Valentine's dropping a non sequitur, but related topic, which is Mannequin, must watch or pass on it. I'm going to argue
Must
must watch, but
watch.
probably for different reasons than Amy.
What are your reasons?
Well, let's start with your reasons.
No, I asked you first.
Because I would say, as a young man coming of age in the 80s, that was Kim Cattrall at her peak.
Oh, okay.
We have achieved peak Kim Cattrall in Mannequin.
Oh, so Sex and the City is not
No.
okay. Okay, fine, fine, fine.
She was great in Sex and the City, but Mannequin is where most young
So,
men of mid 40s age or
if you know the
late 30s, mid 40s were introduced to her.
okay, fine. So if you know the story of Mannequin, I feel like the Mannequin was pushing Andrew McCarthy's character. Am I remembering the actor's name right?
I believe you are.
Okay. So his character, I feel he pushing him to be better, to believe in himself, it's very much like a
Good night, Jen.
what she's
On that note, I'm off to become a
leaving.
blanket burrito.
What?
If you need me, I'll be in my
No.
fluff tortilla.
What happened? We're running people off. Why? I
She's too busy. She's got tenure,
oh okay.
so she can't be bothered.
Oh,
Just saying.
I'm sorry.
You know how that is.
I feel like it is
Just kidding.
like
Love you.
like a My Fair Lady or Pygmalion type thing.
Look at you dropping the like academic study of that movie.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Oh my gosh.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Because she is pushing him to be better. She's improving him. He is motivated. He does better. And so that's what attracts me to that movie and makes it a must watch, even though it is campy 80s. Just, yeah.
It is. And I also would say that it's either, and if I'm remembering correctly, I want to say that it came out before Weird Science.
I don't remember, but okay.
And the reason I'm saying that is that they're very similar in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
Where
Well, that's true.
Where well, what's her name? Kelly LeBrock's
Mm-hmm.
character,
Mm-hmm.
the woman that the boys create, is pushing them to be better and grow up
Yes.
and be better men.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
phenomenal. I again, I think that those movies are timeless. They are dated for sure. I mean, you're certainly not going to
Right.
mistake them for modern films,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. So
uh,
I say
and
yes.
yeah, Mark, you and me, man, right here.
I say yes to Mannequin. I say yes to Pretty in Pink. I say yes to The Breakfast Club. I say yes to 16 Candles.
But again, Ferris Bueller's Day Off is
I say
peak
yes.
John Hughes.
Yes to Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Okay.
Oh, Jen's blaming the fur babies. They
Okay.
want to go cuddle. Okay,
It's okay.
our dogs literally will come and get
I mean,
us if
look.
we stay up too late.
Look
They
at-
actually shame us into coming to bed.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
Look at the shirt I'm wearing. So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and that name on that sleeve there closest to the camera, that's our yellow lab of 16 years. He was the best dog ever.
Don't let
the current dogs hear that.
Buck and Danny.
He was the best dogs ever before them.
Okay. Okay.
They are great movies.
Yes, they're all great movies.
I think that maybe the night that we do our movie snack or childhood snack episode,
We should have done it on 420.
Well, I think
it's okay.
maybe instead of making that like a 420 snack thing, maybe we do it as a movie night snack thing.
I agree.
And maybe we bust out some older movies, maybe starting at like 6 p.m. and we'll watch, for 90 minutes, we'll watch something. We won't like air it because we don't want to get sued by, John Hughes' estate or anything like that.
Of course not. Of course not.
And maybe we watch something and we kind of talk to people through it.
We don't want to get sued.
Watch it all together and, have some, pizza rolls. And then, the next movie we have, bagel bites. And the next movie we have something else. Things that we thought were, just amazing back when we were kids.
Can we have pigs in a blanket? Like
I don't-
those Nathan's pigs in a blanket that are in the freezer section.
I never had those when I was a kid, so no. Did you
Did
have those when
anybody
you were a
have?
kid?
Did anybody have them?
I never had those when I was a kid.
They're awesome. Just
I don't doubt that they are awesome. I mean, a Nathan's hot dog plus puff pastry equals awesome.
Does that mean that we have Stouffer's French bread pizza also?
Yes, but okay. So here's the question, though, and this will come down to some of the comparison: Stouffer's French bread pizza versus some of the, I don't remember the brand off the top of my head, but the
Totino's?
no, not Totino's necessarily,
No.
but my grandmother used to buy and keep the like Supreme, like personal pizzas that you would keep in the oven, or that you would cook in the oven in the house.
Just keep in the freezer, yeah.
Yeah, keep them in the freezer. I had pigs in a blanket as a kid. I just didn't have the Nathan's brand stuff, and it wasn't something that was like a regular go-to for my mom to get for me to have in the house.
Mm,
I mean, I love Nathan's hot dogs. I'm a giant Nathan's fan, like
mm,
big Nathan's fan.
mm.
Oh, I know. Jessica's saying Red Baron is cheaper. It may be cheaper, but we're
Baron
going
is
with what we had back in the 80s and 90s.
What did we have? Yeah, I had Stouffer's French bread pizza.
Matt is asking the important questions in This Is Life. I'm
Yeah.
doing my best to offer what little I can. He offered up a great one talking about the Sci-Fi Drive-In restaurant.
Yes.
The other day, and
Right next to Baseline Tap House, one of our
I was
favorites.
going to say you actually go there for the ambiance and you go next door for the food.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I mean, Sci-Fi Drive-In for the ambiance, Baseline Tap House for the beer and the food.
And the food game.
Yes.
Food game is strong. And Jessica grew up on Stouffer's French bread pizza. Okay, see,
I love it, Jessica. You're my girl. I'm telling you.
I did not. I've had them before, but this was not a staple for me.
Oh my gosh. It was so much.
Okay, so weird question. Did you guys growing up, if you were in public school, did you like pizza day in public school? Square pizza? Or did you have the octagonal Mexican pizza?
We had
which
both.
Basically, right, but typically you
what do you prefer?
Did you have them both, and B, did you like them? There are actually entire websites and YouTube channels dedicated to the recipes to recreate those pizzas. I had no idea.
I didn't either.
God bless the internet.
What are we doing? Oh my God.
Katie, yeah, you and me both.
Oh, I love Nathan's hot dogs.
Love me some Nathan's hot dogs.
Love Stouffer's French bread pizzas.
Look who just jumped in. Hey, Alicia.
Alicia Hage, welcome. We're so happy you're here. We're talking childhood favorite foods.
Yeah, we've kind of gone down a little bit of a rabbit hole, and that's okay. We did start out with a couple of beers acknowledging America's most unofficial of holidays, which is 420.
But we're also celebrating other things too.
And we are celebrating members of the Runcation Nation and things that they have achieved, whether it's races, things in their personal life, whatever the case may be, jobs, selling of cars,
interviews of major running icons.
Well, that was us. Yeah. And Katie grew up on Stouffer's. I feel like I might have gotten abused as a child because I didn't get this stuff.
You did not. You were not.
No, because I did get more than my fair share of Stouffer's pot pies. Beef pot pie, chicken pot pie, turkey pot pie.
Chicken pot pie.
Those were
chicken pot pie.
Absolutely.
Right?
Any given day of the week during the years of like 1974 to 1992, there was a pot pie in a freezer in my house.
Oh
period,
my goodness.
Because you could always count on that.
Yes. That takes me back to childhood. That and the old El Paso taco kits.
Which I got to have exactly one time. I think I mentioned this last time. One time in my life growing up. Once. One time. I did not get taco night. My dad hated spicy food.
Oh, okay.
My mom would like totally torque him by adding like extra garlic. And he had a very bland palate. How
garlic is
how
bad?
I came from his loins is beyond me when it comes to his choice in food. He was not a foodie. My dad grew up
Shit,
with
you came
very
from his loins,
simple.
but then you lived next door to a woman from Thailand.
I
So
did. My mom's best friend, when I was very young, was a first generation transplant from Thailand, and I grew up, excuse me, eating a ton of her food. Oh my gosh.
I
Um,
love pad thai, but hot pockets, Katie, hot pockets, yes, hot pockets for the win.
okay, hot pockets weren't even
Should we do that
remotely
on our snack night? Should we do hot pockets
theoretically.
also?
Well, we were joking about this here in Florida, right at the as the pandemic was at its height. There was a short time where we were shutting down here in the state,
Mm-hmm.
and our governor's reading the science and figuring out what to do to direct policy and all that. And again, not getting into a public policy debate,
No, no,
but
no, no, no.
we were really, really locked down here in the state of Florida. And basically, they kind of told breweries, they were like, look, you've got to serve
I know where he's
something
going with this.
for
Oh
food.
God,
You've got to serve something.
to
And
be
some,
open,
yeah,
to be open,
and bars too, same thing.
to be open.
So you had places like the world famous cigar bar here in Cape Coral. Their big thing, they were offering $1 hot pot or $3 hot pockets
Well,
to meet the requirement for their licensing.
HOB,
HOB Brewing in Dunedin was doing that.
their
We
their
mentioned
Facebook post was fabulous.
it was.
Oh my God.
And we mentioned Coastal Days earlier. Coastal Days Brewing in Fort Myers. They literally went to Sam's Club and got the cheapest hot dog steamer you've ever seen. It was hysterical.
It's so great.
It's adorable. It's like the
I
size.
love this.
It would fit in between our microphones right here, but
It
it
would.
was literally all they had to do to meet the legal standard here in
Yeah.
Florida
Yeah.
for their licensing, and they could stay open.
Yeah.
So we were joking, and if it had extended much longer, you guys would have seen an episode where we were going to compare crappy steamed hot dogs and horribly microwaved hot pockets
It was gonna be hysterical.
on the show and see what was our favorite flavor of hot pocket and who had the least horrible hot dog at different locations around the state. I mean, it was
so
insane. Fortunately,
funny.
things changed here in our state.
Yeah.
They've now relaxed a bunch of stuff, and we're kind of open for business, or we're completely open for business now.
Oh my gosh.
But the wow, it was really, really something else. Yeah, I don't think I actually had my first hot pocket until I was in high school.
Really?
Yeah. It really wasn't a thing for my family. My grandmother, honest to God, she cooked until she was 79 years old. I mean, she would stand over the stove and, I mean, she cooked like the woman didn't refrigerate her margarine, like not even kidding.
Hot pockets are better in the oven. Alicia Hage, what are you saying?
Hold on, we're getting there.
Okay.
Jessica had hot pockets too. How do you get a hot pocket not cold in the middle? I don't know.
You nuke it forever.
And then you leave it alone. You got to let it sit.
Were you gonna say age?
You gotta let it age. You gotta let the heat permeate through it. Like it's a crazy. Like if they could figure out how to, they could either line the wings of the space shuttle with hot pocket puff pastry to protect it from heat, or they could insulate your house with it, but you don't know which you're gonna get.
I don't even know.
It's the most random thing
God.
ever.
It's so funny. Oh,
hot pockets are better in the oven. Well, honestly, everything's kind of better in the oven. I've never had anything you can microwave this or put it in the oven. I've never had anything come out of the microwave better, ever.
The oven.
The oven is the best way to go.
Yeah. Yes. Rob Nadeau is here.
And Rob Nadeau is here. And Rob posted a photo today of this mountain range. I'm like, oh, that is awesome. Awesome.
Yes, his travels are incredible.
Guys, if you are not in the Runcation Nation Facebook group, just send us an invite. We just want to make sure you're not a robot, and we'll kind of recognize your name.
Yeah.
We'll let you in. You don't have to answer any stupid questions, nothing. No. It's just us.
Stupid.
Yeah, we don't have any of that. And our main rule is don't be a jerk. and come
That
in and support
is
everybody.
our
And
yeah.
it's running food, drink, and whatever. Join in. Come on
Yes.
in.
Yes.
We would love to have you over there.
Yeah. We have Susie, who's a patron who posts some really thought provoking questions. Rob posts beautiful photos that deserve comments.
I post goofy memes.
You and I, we post goofy memes.
No, you post like inspirational stuff. I post the goofy
Yeah,
memes.
sometimes.
Yeah, nuke it and then put it in the toaster oven for a couple of minutes. See, okay, Jessica, this is starting to sound like okay. This is starting to sound like a whole lot of work for a toast for a hot pocket. I'm just saying.
Oh, I feel like these are secrets that we.
And Rob's right.
need
This is
to
what this is
learn.
what Alicia was asking. How do you not get a cold middle? I don't know. It goes in simultaneously.
You set it on fire.
Simultaneously, it's like napalm and ice.
No, I don't know.
I don't know how it does that.
I don't know. Oh my God.
Oh, pro tip for people in Florida. Apparently, hopefully it's all over Florida.
A chicken tender sub is on sale right now.
Chicken tender subs.
There's nothing better than a pub sub.
We've actually talked about this on the show a little bit. We are huge fans of our local grocery chain here in Florida called Publix. If you're vacationing in Florida, if you're coming down to the beaches, whatever the case may be, chances are going to be really good you have a Publix near you. If you're staying in a hotel, especially, and I'm going to use a beach stay, for instance. A lot of people like to come down to the beach for 3 or 4 days.
Sure.
The best thing you can do is Uber or Lyft to your current to the closest Publix that you can go to.
Unless you have a car, then drive there if you're not drinking.
Exactly. But go grab some subs from the Publix deli because they do an amazing job. It's fresh bread, fresh ingredients.
Multigrain. Just get it.
And we do love the multigrain bread. But the chicken tender sub, if you get a foot long of those, they are not.
No.
This is us sharing some Florida culture with you.
Yes.
Because you go get a Publix sub and then you go wrestle an alligator and then I mean, if you want to get like the full flavor of Florida, you do those two things simultaneously. But you go and you get a Publix sub with chicken tenders. Their chicken tenders are fresh. They're glorious. They're just it's like angels literally shine light on them as they serve it to you. The tenders are juicy. They're huge. It's like 2 pounds of sandwich. It's insane. And you just go get it. Do yourself a favor. And when you catch them on sale, you eat them. That is what you do. So yes. Katie is telling us that they're about to go off sale. So go get.
We should get them
a pub sub. See, and Alicia agrees. But I think it's a great food item because you can go get them, and then you can go to the beach and have your lunch, and then late afternoon snack, and then head back to your hotel, shower off, change clothes, then go out to dinner.
It's so good.
It's a great way culinarily to spend the day.
Yes.
And see, Jessica's agreeing. Pub subs are the best.
See, I mean, it's like a trend.
It is
trending.
It's a Florida thing, and there are memes about it, and rightfully so. We're very protective of our Publixes.
Maybe Katie knows the plural.
I don't know. Yeah, Katie, is there official corporate language for the plural of Publix? So I'm just saying. And Alicia, that is my goal. I mean, not that I'm encouraging bad behavior, but something tells me you've worked hard and you deserve that time off.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
I would love that. Oh, the beach and a pub sub and a tropical beverage.
Yeah. Speaking of tropical beverages.
Yes.
As we are going to have to wrap up here because we're starting to go overtime here.
Quite overtime.
New episode is up. Check it out. We interview a little bit of running royalty. Just a little bit of running royalty. We also review
such a great interview.
We review an amazing combination of food and beverage from a local restaurant here in Southwest Florida.
Yeah.
Go to runeatdrink.net. You can click on listen now, listen to the most recent episode. If you've got a podcast app on your smartphone or device, download or subscribe to the podcast, and you can get all the episodes when they drop.
Mm,
But I think that this week's episode and next week's are going to not only inspire you, but they're also
yeah.
going to
Yeah.
tempt your taste buds.
Oh, yes, which is our objective. So winning,
Yeah, absolutely.
winning. So I hope that you all enjoyed the celebration of everybody's accomplishments and the shout outs of everybody who uh, are about to accomplish major goals this weekend and just hanging out in a positive space with all of you has meant the world.
Absolutely.
Really.
So we hope that we were able to help you tune out the world. Just to give everybody a quick heads up before you head out of the room, I am going to be doing a Couch to 5K program starting next Monday. I'll probably jump on Instagram and back on here and kind of give everybody the details. You don't have to do the same app, but I'm going to encourage everybody who's come to the podcast, maybe not as a runner initially, but maybe you've come here as a foodie or a Disney fan or whatever else. If you're interested in maybe doing a Couch to 5K, this is going to be the easiest introduction to doing a 5K that you could possibly have. And if you'd like to come along with me, I'm going to be doing it. And I'd like to get as many of you to come along with me for the adventure as possible. And it's only going to take a little bit of time, 3 days a week. It's going to be super, super simple, but I'll give you guys the details this weekend. It's going to be a blast.
Well, I've talked about how the 5K event that might be my distance for the year.
Well, as you're rehabbing the knee,
Yeah.
because they basically like dremeled out the whole thing, it's time to, take it nice and slow on your road back to recovery.
Yep.
So anyway, guys, we're going to call it for tonight. Thank you for coming along with us on this little live chat here, just hanging out, drinking some beer and talking about whatever comes up. We love you guys for coming and hanging out with us and just tuning out the world for a bit. So
yeah, we love you all. And
um,
thanks for the support.
check out this week's episode. And I'll probably be back on a little later this weekend. So
Yeah.
probably won't be till Saturday or Sunday, but
No.
you'll see it. I'll pop up, and it'll be just to kind of give you guys the inside on the Couch to 5K. So, talk to you soon.
Yay. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much.
Night, y'all.